Good morning, YouTube. How is everybody today? Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I was supposed to be here at 9 and it's almost 9:30. It's just hot and I'm tired. So, hey guys, my name is Nicola Dickens. This is Free My Cure. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel, whichever the case may be. Today we are reviewing Dr. Diesel Tahoe from Arizona Organix. Let me share this tweet out to the world and I will be right with you. Maybe I can share it to the world. Yep, there we go. I don't know why my phone keeps doing this. My phone decides what it wants to copy and paste sometimes. So sometimes when I go to do anything, I've got to hit the clipboard again because it didn't save. Yes, I know you didn't come in here to see me on my phone. For that, I apologize. I am almost done. I will get this all finished in just a moment. Wow, that was kind of a pain. Trying to get these things up, getting all of them up on social media can be a little bit of a pain. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this one on Instagram and we are going to get going. Oh, goodness me. Today we're reviewing Dr. Diesel Tahoe. I have it in one of these little containers for now. I'll show you what it looks like. So we're going to use our dab straw today to test this out. So that's what it looks like. It's a beautiful golden brown color, which you gotta love. It's a nice clear golden brown. Or, well, golden. I can't really say brown. It's more like a golden yellow. So let's heat this sucker up and get on with the day. I got one of the giveaways mailed out yesterday. I will be getting the other giveaway out in the next couple of days. I still need to get with RD Paper Depot. So as soon as I get a hold of them, I'm having them pick the winner this time. As soon as they get that back to me, I will get it to you, whomever wins. I will put the contest out there. It should be out within the next day or two. I'm hoping for this afternoon. So I do have an urgent message to get that done this afternoon so we can get that raw giveaway out. The raw giveaway, I do have a video of me unboxing it so you guys can see what exactly it looks like. And I'm giving the entire box away. Everything that was in that raw box goes out to you guys, including trays, papers, a metal doob tube. A lot of really cool things are in there. So make sure you hit my Instagram up if you want to participate, if you haven't already. And we will get that prize out too. As always, guys, fuck cancer, fuck anxiety. That one had a very skunky, citrusy, herbally with that spice to it. Not bad overall, but it does kind of hurt my throat a little bit. But that is normal for some of these. Okay, great. So the wind decided to change my page. Yep. So Dr. Diesel Tahoe, I know it is a sativa dominant. I don't know the exact numbers on it. I don't know the lineage of the plant as well. So I'm still trying to find that information, but I have not been able to find it at this point. The high is predominantly relaxed, both in body and in mind, but the sativa component adds a strong euphoria and the feeling of happiness. This strain is often used to treat anxiety, chronic pain, and insomnia. The effects are sleepy, and that's the only effect I was able to find on this one. If I can say the word, medicinally to treat chronic pain, insomnia, loss of appetite, depression, ADD, PTSD, migraines, and PMS. I love it when they put that in there, that PMS in there, simply because I happen to know who actually put this particular style together and got me some of this information. And yeah, he swears by his wife using some of this stuff for PMS, and that's why he puts it in this, which is kind of cool. I add to it as well, so like the PTSD, migraines, and so we kind of do a collaboration with it. We work with each other. We'll smoke a little bit, then we'll talk about what it is that we smoked, then we'll compare notes on how we feel, compare notes on what it tastes like, and then we come up with this, basically. So that's how this process works. I use several different sources to get this information, and I have outlined it all in another video, so make sure you watch that if you have any questions. If you have any other questions on that, please feel free to ask. So let's get comments up because I'm a slow person today. My brain, I should have just gave in and drank some coffee because my brain does not want to work. So that, and it's so freaking, I mean, it's an hour, or well, a half hour earlier for me. Good morning, Christy, how you doing? And Ken Grant, whoop whoop, good morning from Dallas. Woohoo, yay. Dr. Pepper Power, finally went to the grocery store yesterday. Woohoo. So I told you guys yesterday that I had a story time for you guys. I had a story time for you guys yesterday, and I have a story time for you guys today. But for some reason, my internet and everything crashed on my devices, so I couldn't finish the story. So I'm going to start with today's story about my dad, so that you guys can kind of get an idea of how some of this works. My dad was diagnosed with cancer, lung and bone cancer. I want to say he died 5 years ago. So he was diagnosed. He only lived less than a year after his diagnosis. My dad was one of those older, headstrong guys that didn't like to go to the doctor. So in order for him to go to the doctor, it had to be really, really bad. So he went to the doctor one day and found out that he had lung and bone cancer. Not just by going to the doctor, it was a process, so I'm just making it a little shorter. And they through all the testing, they tell him, okay, you have this. Well, my dad smoked Marlboro Reds for as long as I was alive, so 45 years plus, because my dad and I actually talked about it at one point in time. And I had asked him how young he was when he started smoking cigarettes. And he said in his teens, which was kind of normal back then. It wasn't unheard of back then. So I kind of get it. Well, if you fast forward a little bit to my dad being a kid, or back it up to my dad being a kid, he joined the Navy and went to... I honestly don't remember how long he was in the Navy. I heard a lot of his stories, and they were cool, and some of the things that they did on the boat and things like that. And it was really neat to listen to, but because of the chemos that I've done throughout the years and everything else that I've done, I call it chemo fog because I just can't remember sometimes, some stories. I can remember pictures, so if somebody showed me a picture and told me a story with it, I can remember that picture, but it would be really hard for me to remember the words. So, my dad went into the Navy. He ended up joining the Navy SEALs, however they do that, and went through all of that training. And for some reason, I don't know if it was just he had a screw loose in the head, because a lot of people did when they came back from war back in Vietnam. It was hard on all of them. But he decided he was going to sell pot. And this would have been, I was 3.5, 4 years old when this happened. And he sold 100 pounds of marijuana. Tigger, stop taking my garden. Tigger! He sold 100 pounds of marijuana to an undercover cop. And this would have been right about 1978. So my dad and his girlfriend at the time wind up in jail over cannabis. My dad does quite a bit of time, from what I understand. I was shipped back to my mom. During this time, I believe my dad was using other drugs, not just cannabis. And when he got busted with that much pot, he was afraid to tell the detectives that he had a daughter and that the daughter was in the trailer. And it was, I want to say, from the story that I was told, and this story actually comes from my dad, and I'll explain to you why. But he left me in the trailer and didn't tell the police that I was there. So I guess I spent 3 or 4 days at the trailer by myself before my dad's girlfriend said, "Hey, do you know that there's a child in that trailer that needs help?" And so the cops, I guess, came in and took me away. And my dad did quite a bit of time for that. Well, when my dad found out that he had cancer, the lung and bone cancer, we had talked about cannabis at that time. And the first things that my father told me was, it took me 20 years to get my rights back, to be able to vote, to be able to do these things, and I'm not going to lose those rights again. He found out that he loved his rights to vote. He loved all of these rights that he didn't realize that he loved until he lost them. And by getting busted with cannabis, you lose those. You lose them. So, many years later, I was sent to live with my mom. And many years later, I ended up living with my dad again because of abuse issues. And I woke up one night, and I was screaming, and I was yelling, and I didn't know where I was at, and I was like, my doll, where's my doll? Where is my doll? And my dad's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, my doll. It was made out of and some of you people, somebody might remember these dolls, and this is really going to age me. But this doll was made out of a 2-liter jug, and they filled they filled that jug with sand, made it really heavy, and then they crocheted this dress and everything for these dolls, and they got, I don't know, they made them with the head, and everything else. Was actually a really cool doll. And so I'm explaining it to my dad. I said, the dark-haired lady gave it to me. Who's the dark-haired lady, Dad? And I was probably about 13, 14 years old. And so I explained to him a little bit of what my dream was about. It was about the trailer and about that doll and about something about spilling cereal. And that's all I could really remember. And that's when my dad sat down on the bed and he says, well, I should tell you something before you remember all of it. And that's when he told me that I was left in the trailer for that long, for 3 to 4 days by myself as a toddler. And one of the things that my dad said, he's like, I couldn't believe it. You made your own food. You cleaned up after yourself. He's like, you were content. being there, and you were okay. You weren't afraid. You just did what you had to do to eat, to survive. And he's like, you did that. And I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know if it's good or if that's bad, but my dad apologized to me. He said, you know, I wasn't right. The military really messes with some people's heads, especially when they have to go to war. So that's one reason why every time I see somebody that's within our military ranks, I want to shake their hand and thank them, because they don't have to do this anymore. They used to have to. They were drafted, but not anymore. They do this because of the love of this country and these people and all of, you know, and their people. We are their people. So that's it. That's my story time. So yeah, my dad was too afraid to use cannabis. Would cannabis have saved him? I don't know. But I understand why he was afraid. Good morning, Midnight. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Midnight Diaz from Southern California. All right. Whoop, whoop. I need to get me some of that California stuff again. I like it, especially with all the terpenes in it. Oh, yeah, that is some good stuff. So let's go ahead and do one more dab, and then we will be out of here for now. Probably around 2:30 today, I will be going on Instagram and announcing the winner, whether or not I have the RP Depot on ready. We're just going to go ahead and do it. I just decided that. I'm like, you know something? We need to get this done so I can get it mailed. I got to do that because I actually have had a really rough time lately. So Billy's, the last giveaway that she won, I just finally got in the mail yesterday. And for that, I'm so sorry. My mania has been acting up. It's been a crazy time here, so I do apologize, but I swear it is in the mail. And I sent you the stuff, and I did get your email, and I'll be emailing you back. Guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, also that little thumbs up button. If you liked anything you saw here, no, puppy, I don't want this too hot for you. Too hot for you. Too hot for you. He's like, I want attention. I want attention now, Mom. So let's do this. As always, guys, fuck cancer, fuck depression, fuck anxiety. And I did have somebody ask what this was in one of my other videos. This is a dab straw. You can heat it up. You just need to be really careful. We found out last night that if you wash it, because I like to wash the insides of all of my pieces with Everclear. So if you wash it with the Everclear and you don't let it, you have to rinse it, and you don't let it dry all the way, the glass starts to crack. So that is something I did learn, so I would like to share that because I don't want you guys to break your glass too. So that is all for now. I will be on Instagram a little bit later to give that box away. So I will see you guys then. Mwah! Mad love as always. What? You think you're cute to come over here and try to be cute? Is that what it is? Mom, I'm looking cute. Love me. Oh, the big guy got up too. Mr. Fluffy Butt. Mr. Fluffy Butt. This one's getting old. He's 13, and it's tough to get him up and moving. So we'll be uploading the last video to his channel today that we did last Wednesday, and then this Wednesday we're going to be doing another video on his channel. I just have to sit down and think of what we're doing because I can't remember. So as always, guys, have a great day, and I will see you later. Oh, come on. I don't have my glasses on. It makes it tough. Grace Serena, have a great day, everyone. Much love. Yes, much love. Mwah. Bye.